think the bass heart speaks for itself. The mantra part means a sort of little musical phrase or a repetitive saying that people are given to sort of develop spiritual practices and things. I think that I feel that way about playing an instrument, about playing my instrument, the bass. I think a lot of musicians feel that actually, that there's a sort of, there's a kind of meditative quality to playing. You sort of lose yourself. And even just people possibly listening to music probably get the same experience. I've done a few shows on my own, and once you accept the fact that something's going to go wrong, because you know what it's like with technology, something is always just on the edge of going wrong, so you just have to cope with that as it happens, really. It's quite nerve-wracking in that there's only you there, and you don't realise how much when you're on stage or even in the studio, you know, you look around for somebody else's kind of opinion or a bit of input, or you play off somebody else. Suddenly there's only you. I've got over that to some degree by a lot of the tracks. I have one little idea down on a loop which I bring in at some point, so I at least don't have to worry about creating 100% of the thing from scratch. I mean, I've done that already, so then I've got like the time element and some of the harmony element, you know, potentially is there, or I've got something to inspire me, some little strange ambient noise or something like that. Some of the album tracks were totally live. Others, you know, are obviously chopped up as you do in the studio. Whereas this is just live. It's just what you're seeing is the way that it is. I think my musical taste is probably broadening, actually, partly because I've got two boys who are like 17 and 20. They bring a lot of stuff into the house that I wouldn't necessarily hear. That's very healthy, actually. When I was growing up, for example, my dad was a semi-pro jazz piano player. My mum was very keen on classical music, so I would always hear stuff around the house. You pick up sounds that are around you, really, even unconsciously. You just, you know, hear the things that are around. Even when you think that people are not aware of it, they're kind of sussing out what's going on. Could I be stronger? Would it take longer? I'm not looking specifically to the sort of American jazz fusion tradition, if you like. You know, people like Jacko, obviously, were the kind of forerunners of this interest in the bass as a solo instrument. And his music was absolutely incredible. And then you got people like Mingus before that, writing for a band. I'm very conscious of trying to just reproduce what I think is there in my sort of my listening and my playing history. I think some people exercise a kind of self-censorship about what they think is hip and acceptable to play in their own music. But I think, you know, I've listened to, I've played with a lot of different bands over the years, many different sort of styles of music. And I wanted to sort of reflect all of those sides of my character in these compositions. Life isn't some kind of test. Why don't you give your 2 feet a rest? You feel that you're second best. You think they'll judge you if you have less. Keep faith and don't second guess. There are many ways to find happiness. I wanted to include whatever just sprung into my head. I thought, well, that's genuinely, it's authentically there. I'm not going to kind of exclude it. So I really love and respect all of the music that is out there. But this is my music.